What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Ryan Troyer TV. In this episode, we're going to be going over why I personally think every 18-year-old needs a credit card. The benefits, the good, the bad, the ugly, the points, airline miles. Let's cover it in this episode. Ryan Troyer TV, why every 18-year-old needs a credit card. First things first, if you are 18 years or older, have a job, bringing in a little bit of income and wanting to start building your credit up like I was when I was 18, it can be a little bit tricky depending on what company you go with. I actually got approved with Discover when I was 18 or 19. I can't really remember, but I'm gonna link them below. Check them out if you would like. Now, let's get into it. The good, the bad, the ugly, the points, and the good stuff. So when it comes to building credit and building your credit score, what this is actually gonna do in the long run when you do buy a house or a car, it's gonna save you money because the interest you pay is gonna be a lot lower than someone with bad credit. Me, for example, when I go and buy a truck, I can get it at 2.5%. Someone with bad credit, they might be at 6%. 7%, 8%. I've heard of people 18% annual percentage rate on a car loan. That's literally thousands and thousands of dollars that you would be wasting if you don't have good credit. So let's take a look in this case study right here. Quick little example of what that would look like. So now let's look at an example. Let's say you started at 18 and you're the person who did all the right things. Now you're making some money, you got a better job, and you're 25 years old. Well, you're 25 years old, you want a $35,000 car in this example, you're gonna finance it for 5 years or 60 months, same thing, and your interest rate is 2.5% because you made the good choices, you started early, and you do the right things. So you apply at the bank, you go to your local bank, go online, apply, type in how much you make, they say, hey, congratulations, you're approved. Here is the rate you're paying, 2.5%, and the total interest you're gonna pay is $2,269. They always want you to look at the monthly payment when you apply, and never look at the monthly payment. That doesn't matter. Look at what your interest rate is, how much interest you're paying. The principal is gonna be $35,000. Now, let's look at someone who's 25, who made the poor decisions, has horrible credit, can't be trusted. Guess what? Maybe they're gonna get approved too at a 6.5% rate, and instead of $2,269 in interest and $621 a month, they're gonna pay $684. Well, $684 isn't that bad, right? That's what you're thinking. But over time, over those 60 months, this is now $6,000 in interest paid on top of that $35,000 loan. So the choice is yours, guys. Make good choices, good spending habits. If you're young, just getting started, best time to start's today. If you're old and you messed up, or older and you messed up, you don't have good credit, well, now is still a good time to start. So let's get to it, guys. It's Ryan Troyer TV. So 3 keys to building your credit. Pay your bills on time. If you can, pay that balance in full, which I highly suggest, and you should. Next, every 6 to 12 months, you should be requesting an increase on your credit cards. From 1,000, let's say you're at, hopefully you can go to 2,000, and then in a few years, maybe you're at 10,000, 20,000. So you're a borrower who can be trusted. They have a high limit. They don't necessarily spend it all and utilize their whole credit line, but it's there for you to use. Third, lastly, keep the accounts open. Don't just open an account to close it. Keep it open. The credit card companies and your credit score is gonna look at how long your accounts have been established, along with anyone else who runs your credit. And if you're one of those spenders who you just gotta keep swiping, especially because we got Amazon, Walmart.com, you can just order a whole bunch of different things. If you're one of the people who don't keep track of that and you're racking up a large bill and you don't got the funds to pay it off every month like you should, if you have a credit card, just stick to a debit card. There's no sense in getting in debt. spend what you can afford. Pretty simply put. Now the main benefit between a debit card and a credit card is the fraud and purchase protection. A credit card will offer that. So let's say somebody hacks into my card, gets the details, starts buying stuff. More than likely, actually, I would get an alert. I would get a text message saying this was fraud. And if I didn't for some reason, I'm looking through my statement, all I have to do is call them up and say, hey, I didn't buy this. This was not me. They'll dispute it. They'll more than likely give you your money back if you have a good company right away, and then take care of the investigation on the back end. Now, if you have a debit card and this happens, you're gonna have to go through step after step after step. More than likely, that's what I've actually went through before. So go the easy way, get a credit card, ditch the debit card. There we go. Now when you have a credit card, one thing you should do is good money management skills. So what that means is you don't have to go out there and buy the Gucci's, the Pradas, the Louis V's. You don't have to go do that. That's a waste of money. Start off your normal expenses, put them on the card, pay it down every single month. There's no reason to carry a balance on a credit card unless you want to pay an extremely high interest rate. Now, I'm not gonna go too deep into the credit score thing, but if you do want a good score, 720 to 740 or higher, it goes all the way up to 850. That's the range you wanna be in. You'll get some good interest rates on those, on different kind of loans or mortgages, vehicles, stuff like that. Another benefit is gonna be, in case of an emergency, a credit card, to have that money, to have that credit line there in case of an emergency is always a great thing versus a debit card if you don't hold any money. So when looking at a credit card, whether you're 18 or 38, doesn't matter. A lot of them offer different perks. You're gonna have to go look at what works for you. Do you want airline miles? Do you want cash back on your card? Do you want an account bonus? If you spend $3,000, they give you $500. There's all different types of offers and promotions to use. I personally like the cash backs, 3% cash backs on my business cards, and on my personal, maybe I get some 5% cash backs on certain categories and 2.5% on other ones. I'm gonna link below what I use if you are interested in Discover, Citi, Capital One, American Express. I've used a lot of them, and some are better than others, but overall, they all do the same thing. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'm actually gonna be dropping some more of these type of videos. I love financial education. Any way that I can help, let me know in the comments also. So the dangerous side of having a credit card when you're young, if you're not financially responsible, ruining your credit could cost you a lot, even if it goes down to where you're gonna live. When you apply to an apartment complex or housing or a mortgage, they're gonna look at your credit. If you have a bad score and you're not trusted, then you might not get approved. You might not have somewhere to live, somewhere to stay. Later on down the road, if you want a nice vehicle, well, you're not trusted. You're gonna have to go buy a car for cash. So that is something to think about. That is a real situation. I'm only saying this because I have saw it with different people throughout my life in the Army, in past careers and jobs, stuff like that. Now, I am not a credit expert or anything like that. This is my personal opinion. Consult with a professional if you are going to go get a credit card. All right, guys, I think we covered it all here today. If you like this video, thumbs up for me, drop a comment, and it would mean a lot to me if you actually did subscribe. I'm gonna be doing some more of these financial education, helpful tips and tricks videos. So until next time, guys, thank you for watching.